Mac Miller passed away. Some of you may know. Happened a couple of weeks ago. I feel like I didn't really appreciate him until he went, which is annoying. But I did appreciate him.
R.I.P. Mac Miller as well. Mac Miller's actually hard. Like.
R.I.P.
And he actually makes good albums. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, but it's like he touched a lot of people. I didn't like, you know, when people die and it's kind of like the same generic message. With everyone, it seemed like they had a unique story. But that made me a little bit angry, because it's like, if all of these people, if he touched all of you, and he was going through this, why did none of you check on him? You know what I mean? Why did none of you?
I don't want to get too deep into this.
Why?
No. We will. I mean, what I'm gonna say, but not. We're gonna get deep into this topic, but
not to Mac Miller.
Not what I'm gonna say, but what I was gonna say is, when someone is going through something, how easy is it to check on them? How easy?
It's literally a hey.
But is it always that easy? Does the other person always let them in like that?
I guess you're right, man. But
no, I'm like I agree with you. Yeah, check on that person.
You're right, but 100%. Sometimes you have to probe, man. Because if all of these people are so open with him, he's been open about his sobriety. He's had Breakfast Club interviews where he said, "Yeah, I'm trying to be sober. I've been going through this and that." And when you listen to his music, he's one of those people that question the world. He questions why things are the way they are. He was a curious soul, and he was a poetic soul. Mm-hmm. I kind of resonate with that, because I feel the same sometimes. Like, I wonder why things are the way they are. That's why I started this podcast.
Yeah.
To try and solve why things are the way they are. And maybe we're not going about it the right way, but we're going about it our way. You get what I mean? Yeah. People might not agree with it, but we're doing what we want to do. But it's like, I guess you're right, man. Sometimes I say hi to people and they're just like, "Hi, how you doing?" That's where the conversation ends. But I feel like people, you have to check up on your friends, and you have to check up properly, because like, even when I talk to my dad, it'll just be like, "Hi, how you doing? Working, doing this, da. But now I've realised our relationship isn't where it is because of that. Because of not checking in on people, on each other, and seeing how we actually are. So now I'm trying to probe. As people, when we have close friends, we have to probe. Because as a friend, sometimes you do see when something's off. And when you see when something's off, you have to probe. You have to get to the root of it. Even if you're not, at least try and scratch the surface and make the person feel better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people do scratch the surface, and that's it. Do you get it? I think a lot of people do scratch the surface, literally.
So you think we have to dive deeper into it?
Yeah, literally what you were saying. But I think I think people need to learn how to get deeper with people. Do you get it? Like, I think it's so easy to do that thing where you call someone.
It's laziness.
I don't think it's entirely just laziness. I just think people don't.
Like, it is though.
I don't think people really know how to go about it. Like, even with me, most of the time, like, when I call people, I call people that I care about. I just call them and be like, "Yo, what are you saying? This and that," and then I let it go after that. I ask them what they're doing, ask them if they're okay, and if they say yes to all of that, then in my head, that's what it is. You get me? But you can be going through something, and I can call you, and you can say, "Yeah, everything's good."
Yeah.
So I think it's about knowing how to actually get the person to actually say, "No, you know," because not everyone's that honest. Do you get it? Not everyone.
But that's the thing though, Sasha, yeah? I hate to always bring it back to me, but like, I'm an honest person, but when I was going through something, sometimes they don't even know they're going through something. You get what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, Toby noticed there was something wrong with me, but he's my young brother, so he couldn't really be like, "Oh, what's going on?" But he noticed I was distant. So part of me is like, when you see someone's distant, try and pull them back in. That's all I'm trying to say. Try and pull them back in. Because I have a friend who's going through something. I check on them. I check on how you doing. How you really doing? How you feeling? What was good about your day? What was bad about your day? You know what I mean? Like, I know we all got our own lives, and it's like, you can get lost in it. But just check on your friends, man. But yeah, I don't want to dwell on that too much, because that's a whole different topic that we need to dive deeper into. Yeah. And we need to bring people here that can educate us. But let's talk about why he did die, which is drug abuse.
Okay.
And I feel like that's a topic that we've been dancing around. We haven't got to it. Even your mum was like, we need to cover it. But yeah, so...
Did she say that?
You told me she said that. She said we need to talk about drugs.
Oh yeah, she did say that.
Are you gonna show her this episode? But the only thing
Bro,
is
she'll
the
find
start
it.
of it. The start of it.
She'll find it, man.
Mate, the first episode my mum tuned into was Where Do Hoes Come From? That was the first one.
Bro, I don't even... My mum finds this, man. She finds it.
How?
No, man.
It's Marcel, man. Marcel showed
It's not
her.
Marcel.
How then?
Bro,
She doesn't have any social media.
Bro, she finds it. Because she told me when she was on holiday, she was listening to her. Yeah. And I was just like, cool, man. Now, when she says that, my mind is racing. Because we've done 20 episodes now and I've said so much. I'm thinking, what did she listen to that I said?
Actually.
But then, I always dance around incriminating myself on this. So, I don't... Yeah, get me.
She probably just... Now I know why she looks at me different when she sees me. Because I just say so much.
I don't think she looks at you differently. I just think she probably... Like... This has let her tap into your mindset more and what actually you do. Like, what do you actually do? Like, because literally, when you come to my house, like, it's only a couple things we do. Like, we either plan this or we play some FIFA or we eat or something. Yeah. It's like maybe 4 or 5 things. But now she knows, there's more going on with Femi. Like. But yeah, no, definitely with the drugs thing. There's so much.
Okay, well, first we'll talk into the different ways of using it because I feel like
let's try to start this another way. Yeah, let's try and start this relating to us. So I used to smoke weed.
Yeah.
I used to smoke weed like quite a lot. I would say. I think.
Okay, I like the way you did that. Okay, cool.
I think the most important thing is number one is that I don't think weed is like. I'm only saying weed because literally that's all I've done in it. I haven't done anything else, so I don't want to talk about like if I was taking cocaine, like where I put it in my life and stuff. But for me, when I was smoking weed, I never put it in. Like, I never prioritized it. I never thought, this is life. I have to wake up and smoke weed, or this is what my plan is today. Like, I'm gonna smoke weed and this and that. But I don't think everyone's like that. I think for some people that you can get lost in it, and I think for something like weed, I think if you know it's placed in your life and you know that there's shit you want to do in your life, and I guess this goes into so many things because is weed gonna slow you down getting to where you want to be? But I feel like it won't if you know the place is like if you've separated it, if you know okay, I need to do this, but like this is just something I like doing on the side.
Because like if you treat it's like what you're saying, if you treat it as a hobby.
I don't always say a hobby.
No, but you know what I mean. But like, okay, someone like Wiz Khalifa,
yeah,
he smokes a lot of weed, but he gets a lot of shit done. Like, he's a very successful rapper. But is that because of the weed, or is it because?
I don't think Wiz is a good example because I think Wiz's music, Wiz's whole image is
weed.
Yeah, it's weed. So I don't think that's a good example because I think.
But he smokes a lot though, and he gets stuff done. Like he's come up. You get what I mean?
No, I just think.
So like, what would be a good example then?
I don't have a good. I can't name someone that's a good example. But a good example in my head is if you're going ahead of your life and you have goals you want to do and you're getting the goals done and you smoke weed, but you haven't. I don't know. You just don't.
I get what you mean.
You don't put it up there. Yeah, you don't put it up there. And I think for like. That's the thing. When you do put it up there, it's hard to kind of say the place you put it in because it's almost embarrassing. Like, why do you care about weed so much? But when you know, like, I've got to do this,
and the thing that you got to do comes first.
Yeah, it comes first. Yeah. Like as long as you know this is nowhere near. This ain't gonna take me anywhere. Like this is just. It's like going to cinema every day. It's like playing PlayStation every day. You love it, and it's sick and stuff, but it ain't gonna take you somewhere. The stuff you actually want, like doing education or doing uni or something, or like actually being out here trying to get shit done, that's gonna take you somewhere. That doesn't mean that something like weed you should never touch it, because like even though I stopped smoking weed, it's been over a year, like I still have friends that smoke weed and I don't like roast them when they start smoking weed, because number one, I'll be a hypocrite, and number two, like there's a lot of reasons why I stopped smoking weed. Yeah. Do you get me? So like, and literally, if those reasons haven't affected you, then it'll be hard for me to get onto you about smoking 100%. Weed. You get? But I just think one thing I do say to people that smoke weed is like literally like, just remember what you're focusing on. Like don't like ever forget that, because like weed is something that you can like, you can prolong that as much as you want. Like that's something that comes and goes, but your goals and your dreams and stuff, that's something that you get me.
You only have a short amount of time to get to.
That's what I would say about that.
So I would say the same thing. That's perfect, innit? That's basically what the message I wanted to get out there, because man, because like obviously I have friends that smoke weed as well, and I've had a bad experience with weed, but it's like I feel like the way I was using weed was the way you said you shouldn't use weed, but it was because it was kind of like my medicine.
Yeah,
it was escapism, and like, so someone said to me, is the way you use the drug. So there's a difference between smoking weed with your friends and smoking weed by yourself in a dark room.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you know what I mean, and that's what I was doing. I didn't even really like smoking around people because I felt weird smoking around people. I would prefer to smoke by myself.
That's the opposite for me. I've hated smoking on my own. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I've hated smoking on my own because like I would light up and I'd just be thinking, alright, so what am I actually doing here? Like I'm literally just gonna smoke this and then what? Like, but when you're with your friends and stuff, it's more of a social thing to get.
Yeah.
But I just think literally like that's one aspect of it, innit? That's just measuring it out in life, because life is such a big thing, and I think when you get like addicted to drugs, you can't really
the thing is, you can get addicted to weed, right? Like people think you can't, but like it can happen.
I think you get addicted to
because this is what people like to say. They like to say, "Oh yeah, I could stop, but I just don't want to." That's like people's favorite thing when
but that's a real thing though. If you don't want to,
it's like, okay, so I could have said that when I was smoking weed. That's what I always used to say. I would stop, but I just don't want to.
Yeah, and you didn't want to. That's why you didn't stop. The reason why
that's so twisted.
No, the reason why I'm saying this because when you were smoking weed, there was never a point where you said to any of us, "I'm gonna stop," and then you didn't stop. You just never said it.
Yeah, but there was. Don't you remember? Don't you remember? You're forgetting. When we came back from Amsterdam, and we were like, "Oh, we're gonna start smoking weed," and then the next day, these guys came through with a pack, and we shut up, man. They came through with a pack, and we were like, "Oh yeah," I was the one that held up for the longest. I was like, "Oh yeah, no." Then I was just like, "Oh, cool, I'm gonna smoke."
Was we being serious after that though? Was we really?
I felt like I was trying to be serious because when I went to Amsterdam, I felt like I lost my mind, mate. And it was just like, bro, like... But the funny thing is, we were doing it straight. No chip. What's wrong with us? We do some dumb stuff, man.
Yeah, dude, no chip.
On Amsterdam.
That is crazy.
But yeah.
But so, Amsterdam was fun, though.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was a great time.
That was a sick time. But, yeah.
You couldn't roll zoots. You made us roll all your zoots for you.
Yeah, I like... One thing I miss about smoking weed is I don't really miss the high. Yeah. But I miss, it's so sad, like I'm such a loser, but I miss like the craft, like I miss... Same.
I miss... Mate, sometimes when people are around me and they're smoking, I ask to roll their zoots. Because I miss it, like it was therapeutic, man. It was like, and then there's competition of who rolls the best zoots. I always won. It's like, man. It was good, man. It was interesting. I miss the friendship of it all as well, because it felt like when you have people that smoke weed, it's easier to make friends. You can be like and then it's something to do with your friends as well. Yeah, it's sad, but it's something to do with your friends. And it's kind of cheap. Like you can just literally smoke weed and just walk around. But now, like, I don't know, it's different. It's different. But yeah, just different ways of using drugs. The role it plays. I was using it for escapism. I was trying to escape life. And just want to say, when you're doing that with drugs, then there's a deep rooted issue. There's a deep rooted issue that because you're trying to escape something. You get what I mean? Yeah. So try and address it in terms of using that, because I feel like that's what Mac Miller was. Yeah,
and I think literally, like, if you are in a group of friends and you all smoke weed, but maybe two of you like smoke at a certain amount, but then the other one just smokes bare. Yeah. Like he smokes on his own and stuff. Like literally, just have a conversation with him. Like when you're on your ones, like, why are you smoking? Like, or like, why do you smoke so much? Because it might just take that for him to be.
It just inspired me to talk to one of my friends now. I'm not gonna lie. I check up on him in it, but like, it's a hard conversation, because literally, like, I used to do the same in it, so it's hard.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think when you're talking to someone, the best thing is to just relate to your situation. Like,
yeah. But, it's true. Thanks, man.
But literally, like, just...
Free bad mice. Even teaching me. I'll be teaching you too.
But yeah, literally, just like Because I think something as simple as that will actually get someone to open up. Like, raw, like I'm smoking on my own. Like, why am I smoking on my own? Like, I never used to do this.
Yeah.
Like, I've never liked smoking on my own. I used to. The reason why I smoke is because like it's something we all done together. And now I'm just smoking by my own. And it could be little things. Like it could, like when you're in uni and you're not happy with your course and stuff. You have bare time on your own. Yeah. But opening that conversation to talk about why you don't like your course might even like. It might inspire you to like want to leave uni and change course, something like that. Yeah. And that's a big thing. That's your life. You get me?
Yeah.
So that's a conversation definitely to have.
Yeah, man. Alright, man. Should we move on to some more light-hearted thing?
Yeah.
Welcome back, Kanye West from the Sunken Place. Welcome back, man. Let's give a round of applause. Come on.
I'm not clapping for Kanye.
Come on, round of applause. The funny thing is, I'm saying that, yeah, but I don't like how people have accepted him back so quick.